Good morning, my friends. It's a bright and, well, gloomy, I would say, Tuesday morning. It's actually some sort of holiday. It's a bank holiday in Sweden anyways. So I'm off. I'm going to go and have some lunch with my mum. So I'm just going to do a quick makeup. So I'm starting with this, I think it's a highlighter, but I'm using it as a primer. I had migraines all night yesterday, so I have horrid eye bags and look, well, not my finest today. So I need to get some sort of glow back into my face. Really, really enjoyed this one. Then I'm going to do the Lisa Eldridge foundation. Well, it's tinted moisturizing drops, something like that. I don't have my glasses on, so it's Enhancing Tint, something like that. And I'm in the color T3. Absolutely brilliant. Love these to bits. Been using them for, well, since they came out. Going like that. I know it looks a bit weird, but that's all right. Got my ugly mirror again. But this is just to even out your skin tone. And I really am quite in a hurry, so this has to be a bit quick today. But these are gorgeous. Absolutely love them, and they last all day. So it's a bit of a no makeup look. It just makes your skin look a little bit more radiant. And I absolutely adore it when I have the Say drops underneath, because it gets a little bit more glowy. And I need all the glow that I can get right now. Always struggling a bit around the nose. Tend to forget that. There we go. It's all right, I hope. Then I am going to put on some primer for my eyelids, and I'm using the MAC primer, the 24-hour primer. Any old primer will do. My favorites are Milani, the MAC one, and Urban Decay. I've also used Shadow Insurance by Too Faced, which is another really, really good one. And I just put it all over my moving lid so that my eyeshadows can stick to something. I have slightly oily eyelids, so I do need something to make the eyeshadow adhere. There we go. I know I've been going on and on about the Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal liners, so I thought I might switch it up to another favourite of mine. I have these ones by Charlotte Tilbury, and they are really, really good. The Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal in black is actually not my favourite black one, because I always use, as you've seen, on the inner rims on my eye, like to line beneath and below. And the black one tends to smudge around a bit, which, you know, I don't like. But the Charlotte Tilbury one doesn't. It actually stays put. I've also heard that the Tom Ford one is supposed to be really, really good. And of course, Charlotte Tilbury used to be the creative director at Tom Ford, so I'm guessing it's probably quite similar in form. So I'm going to use the black one to tight line my upper lines. And what I love about that is that it actually doesn't transfer to the lower rim. Well, it does a little bit, but since they are going against each other all day, it's nearly impossible to have something that doesn't do it 100%, but I would say that this one's actually about 99% transfer proof, which I adore. So you can see no black transfer, black, which is really, really good. So I'm just going to do a little bit on the top as well. So I'm getting a little bit of a liner, you can see. And then I'm going to take a little pencil brush and smudge it out. I don't really need a harsh line, I just want to have some sort of darkness. Like that. And then we repeat on the other eye. There we go. Some liner on the top. Pencil brush. Well, small brush. Anywho, doesn't need to be a very well shaped one. As long as it's quite small, you're alright. You could use your finger as well. It's just that it tends for me to get a little bit more messy if I use my fingers. Well, I did make a bit of a mess on this one anyways, but that's alright. It's just to get a little bit of color around my eyes. And then you can add a bit more if you want to have some more darkness. Darkness is always good. There we go. I'm actually going to put some, it did transfer a bit today, just because I said it wouldn't. So I'm actually going to put some darkness, my lower lash line as well. A little bit underneath, and then we're going to smudge it out. And here's my family member coming in. Please shut the door. There we go. Hubby's out. And I think we're about done. The good thing about these pencils are that they're dual-ended. So you have a light shiny one on one side and the black on the other. On the brown one, you just have a simple beige one and a brown one, which is really good. So they're super easy to bring when you travel. I'm going to use the lighter one just in my inner corners today, just to get a little bit of glow. See? Perfect. Then I need to add a little bit of color to my face as usual. And I wonder where I placed my bronzer. If you look at my makeup desk, it's quite a mess. So I'm going to use my Gucci bronzer as well. As I told you before, you can't find it in Sweden anymore, unfortunately. They've discontinued Gucci as a brand. I bought mine in, I think it was in London. Could have been Paris, I don't know. But it's a really, really good bronzer. And it doesn't look too yellow on me or orange or anything like that. It does have a little bit of red in it. So I tend to use that kind of like a bronzer, blusher type of thing. Just to get some warmth and some kind of color into my face. And I will also use this all over my eyelid to get a little bit more color there as well. So I'm taking this, I think it's a Real Techniques brush. Any old brush will do. And I'm just placing it all over my lid. There we go. You can see when I put it on my eyes that it does pull a bit red, which is fine. There we go. Some under my eyes as well, just using what's left on the brush. There we go. And mascara, still using the Estée Lauder Sumptuous Extreme one. Really good one. Quite expensive though, so any old mascara will do. And of course I'm using my 7-time magnifying mirror. And I need to work from above and below. Getting these smudgy bits on my mascara tip, very annoying. There we go. Sorry, you can hear my kids. Oh no, I made a boo-boo. Poked myself in my eye. No worries, nothing a Q-tip won't fix. You can hear my kids in the background. Well, technically they're not kids anymore, they're adults, but if you're wondering what the noise is, it's my son. From above, just to get my lashes down a bit, trying to get them to behave. It's about as easy as trying to get a teenager to behave, but getting points for trying. There we go, and a little bit below as well. And it's always easier to do the underlashes first and then do the upper lashes, but I always tend to forget that. I've only been doing my makeup since forever, or at least 35 years. Would have thought I would have gotten the message by now, but no. Now I'm going to try and get this little mascara blob under my eye. Sorry about the mirror. And last but not least, still using my Depend Twin something brow product. Don't have my glasses, I can't read what it says. Just to put some brows back where there are none. There we go. And as always, I will go and brush my teeth and see if the brows are where they are supposed to be. You never know. Sometimes you need to take a few steps back and see if you actually have brows and if they are leveled. But there we go. That's my makeup for today. Have a lovely day. Bye.